Hello everybody, this is the Harbinger, this is Wingspan on Steam, this is expansions, and this is our opening hand, and the opening hand contains a noisy miner. And this guy is a really good card for chasing high scores. You can play him in your forest, and he will tuck cards to give you 2 eggs. Opponents also gain an egg, but you're getting 3 points every time you activate this guy. So we really want to play this guy. We also want some way to gain additional cards so we can afford to activate him every now and then. And I think Clark's Grab is just going to be a cheap way for us to enable the wetlands there. It's also Star Nest, which is great. We can put eggs into specific nest type here. It's not that relevant for too many of the rounding goals. Maybe we don't even care about this one long term, but the noisy miner can get us a lot of points over the course of the game here. Hornbill is great at the end of the game if it gives you a lot of points, but we don't have we don't want to set up for that. Dunnock, we don't need that because we already got eggs, and the white-faced ibis is good for points, but we are not at that stage in the game yet. So let's see, we have 2 options of what we want to do now. We can either play out these 2 guys and be happy with that. Or we could do a slightly more sensible thing. We can also just pick the Dunlock or something here. Reason being is that we still have enough cards to play the food to play the noisy miner since we start with the nectar. But we also have a first card we can tuck to him, so we can get some more resources. The interesting decision here is that we could take 1 more food. That way we can play the grab pretty fast, and the grab will help us draw cards here if we so choose. But taking 1 food here is just worth 1 resource. Taking the card here turns it into 2 resources and a tuck point. So I think this is just overall better. And here we are going to go for either Ethologist or Platform Builder. Ethologist is just a really easy 4-pointer. It's a guaranteed 2-pointer, really easy 4-pointer, and not too hard to get the 6. Especially since we have the noisy miner, we don't need to build up the grasslands. That means we can afford to dump stuff into grasslands. I think Ethologist is just going to be a really powerful bonus card for us to try to build around here. And this is what they're doing here. Now, we could have taken 3 foods and played the Clock Scrub here earlier if there was something in the tray we would be excited to pick up. But Mistletoe Bird, Bald Eagle, Magpie Lark, not really too excited. I guess the Magpie Lark is more interesting since we do have a Ethologist, but yeah, not enough for me to prioritize doing that first. And now we're gonna take 2 nectars here, and yeah, they're gonna get the free egg here. But there's also the tempo play of first card noisy miner here. That gives us the option of if the opponent draws the cards first, they aren't gonna get that free egg. Okay, they drew some cards. Wilson's Snipe is available, and I don't think I'm too crazy to pick it up just now, but if it's still here after next turn, I think we might want to consider picking it up. It didn't happen, but I'm okay with that. It's not a crazy card, and the opponent having it is really good for us because that means that they are the ones that are going to give us free cards on their turns. Okay, Common Buzzard, not really a card I care about. Common Chiffchaff is good if we intend to build up lots of draw cards, but I don't think it's crucial. But the combination with just having the point dumps in the forest is really good. I'm gonna take it and hold onto it in case it matters, but I don't think it's going to matter. And the Emu is the least likely to be something I care about long term here. Golden Head Cistula is a great in-between play. I don't think it basically pays for itself. So but I don't think we care too much about it. If it's the only white card we play in the grasslands, we lose out on options of gaining bonus cards and stuff. Not too crazy about it. At this point, we want to find stuff that we really care about playing. Like the Great Egret is a really great bird. Gives us tons and tons of value for a single action cube. Mute Swan. Hello. That's a really early Swan. Okay, now we need to actually do some thinking here. What did we want to do this game? So my initial thoughts were that Noisy Miner is a really great card. It gives us 3 points every activation, so we want to build up the forest with stuff that gives us points. However, Mute Swan is one of those really good cards to have in your Wetlands Tuck engine, because they took 3 cards, but they also give you back one of the cards you took. So you aren't losing that many cards. You can also play this together with other tuck stuff like the Chief Chaff and so on. You really need a really high amount of card draw to make this guy and this guy work, because they can tuck 8 cards in between them. It's not fun. That's a net spend of 7 cards. We only get 4 cards drawn here. In a Wetlands Tuck engine here, the Clark's Grab is a complete dud. We took this guy to get to the 2 cards really fast, so we could feed the Noisy Miner. But yeah, the good thing about the run we have here is that we have so much power in the Noisy Miner to fuel the setup of the Wetlands engine, because we don't need to activate this too many times to get the food and the eggs we need, and we can totally skip the grasslands activations. So that's a really good reason to go for a Wetlands engine. So yeah, I think we're gonna play the Mute Swan no matter what, and luckily we can spend whatever food on the Mute Swan here. But yeah. We will lose out on the good stuffs of the Great Egret if we do that, but I think it's good enough that we should do this. Maybe it's still early enough in the game that we can gain the value. We basically just need to find more. Is it correct though? I guess we could do like a in-between thing where we do both the grasslands and the wetlands, and just try to get as many points as we can while trying to draw high value cards. We can also play for points and not entirely try to play just for great tucking power. That could be a thing. The bad thing about the Noisy Miner is that he's limited about his egg space, so he can't just be activated all day long and still do everything we want to do. Pipit is a really great card for just because we already want to build up a lot of stuff there. So happy about that. Let's eat another egg. Every egg we eat is going to come back in form of another tucked cards and 2 eggs. So we just really want to be to have as many cards available as possible for tucking and that sort of stuff. Carrion Crow, is that going to be worth anything long term? We could have done the Bobby. No, we couldn't have. We don't want to put whites in the wetlands if we want to do big stuff. So we don't have any predators ourselves. The opponent might have. They have 1 predator, so yeah, it's not particularly good yet. It might become good down the line. It's a blue, a yellow, a decent white. I don't know. it's a really tough decision. We also kind of want to, you know what, I think we do want to do the both habitat play, because we also have the ethologist that wants us to build up just a lot of birds, and we do have the efficiency to skip stuff, which means that we can actually we should have done another egg. We can't go back, so that's too bad. I don't think we do the shift chaff, since we already are struggling with the amount of cards we have here. Hinsha isn't that good. Trumpeter Swan, it's a high value card. I'm gonna sack the Hinsha here. Not getting cards I'm crazy about playing early here. Do we rather play out like Carrion Crow, Pipit, Stubble Quail? I don't think. I'm thinking we can do that just so we can get access to this or this, and then we can put eggs into the grab. But maybe it's not that important. Getting a Carrion Crow out isn't the worst. No way, we don't care about that unless the opponent has played another predator, and I don't think there has been that many predators here. I think we had a few owls on our hand, but that doesn't matter long term. No, we want another bird we can have in the forest that gains us additional food, because if you're gonna play lots of high costing birds, especially just like the stubble quail, we do need high food count and a high food income birds. So let's go and look at for some more stuff. These guys are not it. So many useless wetlands birds we're drawing here. We if we get tons of toxic recyclers, we can of course consider to go in a wetlands engine, but we aren't getting that. We're just getting weird stuff. I'm gonna sack another egg here. Yes, we need eggs to play more birds, but we also need food to play more birds. And so we do need to activate the forest at least once more anyway. And while we're waiting for that, we might as well just... Australian Raven. Raven is really good. Eastern Bluebird is okay, but we do have the stubble quail. Maybe we do the Eastern Bluebird instead of the stubble quail, just because we aren't gonna have enormous amounts of food this game, because I think we want to go here the most, and we want to spend food playing birds. We don't need the egg tempo because we already have egg tempo in the forest, so we much rather want to have action cube tempo by having the possibility to play the Eastern Bluebird here. I think that's a better play. Then I think we do Bluebird into Carrion Crow if the opponent has played another predator. They haven't. Let's plan for the opponent playing more predators. Maybe we can just play the Pipit instead. Raven is high scoring, but I don't think we need to play it. Let's see. Let's take as many nectars as we can. Sack the Gannet, because it's one of the worst points at turn birds, because they aren't guaranteed points, and we only like guaranteed. I mean, it's guaranteed points in the sense we can get another bird tucked to the mute Swan, but it's not that kind of. That's not the good kind of points priorities. I do think we are doing playing out birds strategy rather than building up a single habitat strategy here. And then we do Eastern Bluebird. You are going to spend your correct food when you can. Yes, I'm going to play that into white-throated swift, actually. Yes, that makes sense. Because then we can do one action in this habitat to lay eggs on the grab, so we can get stuff on board for the round and goal. We're not winning, but we're getting 2 more points this way, so that makes this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-point action, plus 2 more points, a 7-point action. And we get eggs that doesn't have to be on the noisy miner here. So let's also... We don't have that many cards. We shouldn't spend stuff we are not willing to spend. I mean, Great Egret into Trumpeter Swan is just also really good point dump here. It's a tough one. We don't really have 2 cards to sack here. Do we still do it then? I mean, it's a 7-point action. It's a 6-point action if you only sack 1 card. And the also Raven probably is it. Pip it on a full board is 8 points. Raven without excess food is 7 points. And we are gonna struggle for food. So I think the Raven is it. Yeah. And then we sack the Raven. And put eggs into the mute Swan, I think. Now we need more eggs. And we're going to eat them off the okay, there's a tree swallow. I think it's too late to build the wetlands engine now, so we just focus on because we have to get food to play this guy, and then we have to play him out, and then we have to activate good stuff. This guy basically needs to activate 8 or 9 times to be better than the Trumpeter Swan and the Great Egret play, like on average. So I don't think this guy is gonna be too good for us long term. This guy makes it even worse because we can just like do Reed Warbler into Great Egret into Trumpeter Swan for lots of stuff. Yeah, I actually don't think we're gonna do a Reed Warbler, but because we need something to kill. But it might have been something we could have done. And we draw another card. Great Shriek Crush, not gonna sit play here. And it's also starting to be late to play out a carrying throw, especially if the opponent hasn't played any more predators. We are basically getting 2 additional points from it from rolling goals, and we're getting 2 additional points from the ethologist, making it a 2 food cost 7-pointer. Not the worst thing. It's also gonna give us more pipet stuff, but it's not a priority. I think we do. I think we try to prioritize Great Egret into Trumpeter Swan short term now, because we just want to have additional card draw if we are going to go here even more. But to that we need okay. That's the huge wetlands action turn, where you play 3 birds in one go, and all of them are worth like 1,000,000 points. Yeah, that is what I'm going to be excited to do. Great Blue Heron into Great Egret into Trumpeter Swan. Woo! That's gonna be awesome. We're gonna need a little bit more food though, so let's try to pick that up. We're gonna need fishes. We're gonna need 3 fish, 2 grains, a rodent, and a worm. Worms are easier to come by, so we try to pick up the more difficult food now. And is it viable for us to actually do it through nectar? I don't think it is, and now we can't go back. Oops. Oopsie daisy. We don't have to do it at this side of the turn. We can do it. We can do it next turn. So we could do the Eurasian tree sparrow here now. It's a pink action, which gives us more points from ethologist, and it's also might give us food every now and then, which we need for later. We just need a little bit more of relevant food. I'll take these here. Sack the red knot because or do we rather play the red knot over the trumpetist one? It's a 2-point difference, but we get a new bonus card. Yeah, I think we'd rather do that. Trumpetist 1 is a little bit easier to play, and Trumpetist 1 spends the food we get from we might get from Tree Sparrow. I think tempo-wise, it's easier to keep the Trumpeteers 1. And if it's a whiff on the single bonus card we draw, you're also happy if we went this route instead, I think. Yeah. Okay, we do have the food to play you. We need the food to play these two guys. And, ooh, thank you for getting me more food. And, yeah. Do we also play out as the Carrion Crow? Has the opponent played more predators? Of course they haven't. It's 7 points now. I mean, it's not like it's not like we're gonna find more birds that are more relevant to play than the Carrion Crow. That are more relevant to play than the Carrion Crow next turn. It's like we can play the Ruff maybe. Then we have to find that guy and play that guy. I don't want to overpay for him though. Yeah, that seems a little bit too much. We can go here and get 2 worms, which we need. Yeah, we don't have a card to tuck though. I mean, if you're not gonna play the Carrion Crow, we can tuck the Carrion Crow. And if you're not tucking him this turn, we aren't doing it. Oh, if we do it, we are winning the round and goal though. That kind of matters a little bit. Opponent also has enough food to tie it up, but then again, they would need to actively do it. I think we always play the Pipit, so we can just play that, but the Pipit is getting the same amount of points no matter what, so the Carrion Crow, if we're gonna play it, we do it now. Yeah. Okay, I made my decision. I overpay with food we actually can't afford to overpay with, but yeah. And we gain just a single additional pointer. Am I doing lots of stupid mistakes now? I'm like calling out, doing this is a mistake, and then I'm doing it. Both of the eagles. I mean, Bonelli's eagle cuts the food need for the egret Trumpeteer Swan heron stuff by a lot, except that we don't really have cards to tuck to it. If we go here to pick up cards to get them, we also tuck cards to mute Swan and the Clark Scrub, and it's like if we don't tuck cards to these guys, then we're wasting card tucking actions, and if we keep them to play the Bonelli's Eagle, it's like okay, then we just did a two-turn to play a decent bird. I think we rather just want to go here, but again we don't have cards to tuck to this guy either. Maybe that's the key thing, is that we don't tuck to these guys because we need to tuck it here. But then we still don't have stuff to tuck to the Bonelli's Eagle. Oh, this is such a weird game. I'm gonna draw some cards here. And we are probably picking up this guy. Because we already plan to do play down here. But now probably without the Trumpeteer Swan. But yeah, we needed the cards to tuck to other stuff. Skip. Weird game where we are skipping tucking cards. Usually you should never skip cards because skip tucking, because it's just really important to get every amount of value you can out of your place. But sometimes it's like, yes, but you also need the cards to tuck to other places, and this is a example of, yes, we would love to tuck cards every time, but we need the cards as resources to tuck to other places. We do need to play the pipit. We do need to play this guy. It's so annoying that I think we are one food short this turn to do everything we want to do, which is like play the pipit and play egret, heron, eagle. But we don't have enough cards to play all of that. Can we? If we do that, we're spending a worm and a grain, and we want to do this because this is 10 points. So we do need to do that. Then we have one worm, one rodent, and one nectar left. It's nothing. It's like, yes, we can play the Great Heron into the Bonelli's Eagle, and that's it. Yeah, we probably do that. Okay. This game was really weird. Noisy Miner, Soul, Bird, and Forest. And this guy has been a value machine from the opening hand. We have tucked 8 cards to him, and we translated those 8 cards into 16 more resources through eggs, which we have used to draw more food. We've used it to play birds, as you do, and yeah, in general, they have been really useful. Okay, yeah, it's the Great Heron here. And we're doing that. Oh, it's so horrible because now we're getting 0 points from the. Oh, everything is just like, I mapped it out, and it's like, oh, but this thing makes it completely stupid, and I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, I'm just doing all the mistakes this game because. So that, yes, this is a 10-point play on the seagull here, because it's 2 tucks and an 8-point bird played, but we lose out on 4 points from not having any cards left in hand, and it's just so stupid. Anyways, we get almost no points on browning goals, but we are getting all the nectar points, so at least that's something. We also get 5 more cards tucked to the grasslands here, but yeah, this is not a particularly good scoring game. But we did have some things going for us. We had a noisy miner in the forest all game, giving us tons and tons of value. And if we have had access to more birds actually going to the forest, I think we would have had a really good forest game. Ideally we just get like wood duck there, and then we have like a superb forest engine going. But we have this mute swan in the early game, which really messed up my priorities, because mute swan, a noisy miner, a gala, and the killdeer, the Franklin gull, and the ravens, they are just so round defining birds in the opener that you kind of want to always try to build your run around them when you can, and having both of them is really hard to choose. I don't think we should have played the mute swan as we did, because I feel we ended up doing a lot of bad choices where I went here just to draw cards. Then I ended up tucking both of those cards there, and I didn't have resources to spend to the noisy miners, so we had to go down here again. Also, we really needed one more bird in the forest that allowed us to gain more food, because Noisy Miner can't get. He's very good at giving us eggs in the forest, but he's not good at helping us gain more food. Especially since we also want to have cards to talk to him every time we go here, so he also kind of forces us to go here. I think spending more cards in the wetlands than we gained. Bad decision. If we had like one of the ducks that draws us card instead of this, instead of draw this card, I think we would have a much easier game on our hand. But yeah, not always lots of stuff to learn. Always nice to get the Rainbow Dawn on Ethologist. One of the more fun bonus cards to try to build around. And yeah, opening hand Noisy Miner. This is one of the ways we can build it. But yeah, all runs are unique, and I don't think this one was the best played, but all in all, I think it's fine. Anyways, thanks for watching. This has been the Harbinger, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.